Hey everyone, welcome back to another haul video. This is Cheryl with Ink Pulp. And before I get started, I would ask, I'm a fairly new channel, so if you haven't, please subscribe and like this video and feel free to share it with anybody you think might be interested. So I went to an estate sale today and I almost talked myself out of it because I have so much stuff and I really don't need any more. But the pictures online were so amazing that I just had to go. And boy, am I glad I did. I got some great things. Most of it, well, a lot of it will end up going into my Etsy store, and that's what I'm going to work on this weekend. But let's go ahead and get to it. The first thing I have is this great basket that's just full of stuff, and I'm just going to start pulling things out one at a time to show you what I got. So a lot of vintage trims. So I got this beautiful yellow flower trim. I got some great lace, and these are actually lace strips. So very pretty, would be great in a journal, and there's a whole package of them there. And then I got this little piece of trim. It's not much, but it was so pretty, I just had to pick it up. Some more lace. This one has flowers. This looks like vintage. They advertised a lot of this as vintage, so I'm assuming that it is. Another vintage lace. Can't tell which side is the right side up. I think this one, but another really pretty vintage lace. And this one is a crocheted lace on a spool. Very pretty. I guess this one is probably not handmade. It may be vintage, but not handmade. But I've got a spool of this. A spool of this great flowery lace, which is nice because you could cut it down the middle and make two strips out of it if you wanted to do that, but got a bunch of that. Another crochet lace that's on a spool. This one's a little bit wider. And most of this lace is ivory in color. Another real pretty floral lacy trim. You could cut the flowers out and use them individually, or you could use it as a trim. This one is more white, but I thought this would be great on the edges of a journal page, kind of sticking out of the journal. And you could coffee dye it as well because I believe it's a cotton. But wouldn't that be pretty down the side of a page sticking out of the journal? And I've got tons of it. And then I got some ribbons, and these are just gorgeous. There's a peachy color, orange, a yellow, and a blue. And they have can't get that one open. These are brand new spools. There we go. And they're just the ribbon with a lace backing behind them. So again, really pretty for journals. And again, there's a peach, a yellow, and a light blue. So I'll definitely be putting these for sale by the yard in my Etsy store. And another one that is along the same lines, but this is a little, looks like a little plaid with some pastel colors. And again, with the lace on either side. I got a pile of rope, and I actually got this for my husband if he wants it. If he doesn't, maybe I'll put it for sale in the Etsy store as well. I don't know what you'd use it for. It's kind of thick rope, but anyway, got that. And then again, this great little basket that I can use for storing those laces in. So that was the first batch. And I warn you now, this may be it will be a longer video because there is so much to share. The next thing I got was this box of envelopes, and these are old airmail envelopes, and they're so crinkly. Just listen to that. They're real crinkly, they're old, you know, they're discolored on the edges. Really great little airmail envelopes, and I got a whole box of those. I also got this little autograph book that I thought would make a really cute journal. I'd probably recover it, but there are some, this is from 1980 it looks like, so there are some notations in it that I can use, and then some other pages to make a little journal. So got that. They had some awesome wide trims, and this is one of them that I got, and I think this will be just so pretty in a journal. So this is the blue with the floral and then the embroidered edge. So I got a bunch of that that'll end up in my Etsy store. Another vintage trim. This one is so cute. It's got the yellow and orange little checkered flowers on it. So again, bunch of that trim. Oh, I loved these when I saw them. There were only 2 and I snatched both of them. They are needlepoint, and I thought even if you cut it down a little bit, you could make a flip out of it. You could do all sorts of things, put it on the front of a journal, but make a journaling card. But I got 2 of those. And then this was the mother load of trim. This is a whole spool of this vintage trim, and I'll never be able to use a whole spool, so this will definitely be in my Etsy store. But it's got a real pretty vintage pattern on it, and it looks like it's, well, it says 1 gross on it, so I don't know if it's feet, yards, I don't know what it is, but it's a huge spool of trim. And then I found this, which was really kind of cool. I had all sorts of ideas when I saw it. It's all one piece, but it's all lace, and you could snip it to make individual rows of lace, or you could leave it all together and cover, you know, a journal cover, a journal card, anything you want. But I probably would snip it and use the individual rows of lace. So again, tons of this, and it will definitely go in the Etsy store. And then I found a book. This is from 1911. It's the 1911 edition, and it's interest tables, which I thought would be great paper to use up in journals. So I grabbed that book. Now I've got 2 more boxes of stuff. So the next one is another one of those wide trims. This one is kind of a teal and pink. I guess it goes this way. No, this is the way. So it's a teal and pink wide trim. Then I got this blue. It's kind of a lacy trim, but it's real wide and real pretty. It's got roses and leaves embroidered into it, and again, a whole bunch of it. Same thing, well, almost the same thing in a mint green. This one has little 2, 4, 6-point flowers instead of roses, but it's the same idea. It's the wide trim. Another wide trim, I love this. This is a pink with little daisies on it. And again, an eyelet type lace on the edges, and some, help if I did it the right way, and then some embroidered scalloped edges. So very pretty trim. Oh, let's see what else. So this one, I love this lace. It's got some really pretty kind of swirly, almost makes it look like roses, but it's dirty in some places. So I thought what I would do is take those sections and coffee dye them and then leave the off-white as solid off-white. So again, tons of it. Oh, this one I think also would be great on a journal page, sticking out of a journal. It's a cottony fabric, but you can see the edging on it. Would be a really pretty edge to a journal page. I don't think this is exactly the same as the one I just showed, but it's more yellow daisy wide trim. And even more, this one's a little bit different as well. So this one looks like it has these almost look like little shamrocks in here, but more yellow daisies. I didn't buy much fabric this time. I bought a couple of things, but I did get this because I thought it was just absolutely gorgeous. So I got this trim, or this fabric, and again, quite a bit of it. I'm thinking what I may do with some of my fabrics is cut them into 4-inch squares and put a package together of some different fabrics. And then I found a few packages of seam binding. Nothing too exciting. And this was the cutest thing. It's a vintage purse. And I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but it was only $3. And then when I opened it up, it had a handkerchief inside. Now it's a little bit stained, so I think I'll probably wash it because I don't know if it's been used or not. But it's a lace handkerchief inside this little purse. So fun little find there. And then I got 2 of these little bears. And they have hooks at the top. So I thought, you know, like on a Christmas journal, these would be little cute dangling outside the spine because they've got candy canes and the little teddy bears. So I got a couple of those. And then in addition to getting the box, I got all this great trim, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4 different colors. It is corded piping. So it's got, this one's open. Let me take a look at this one. It's piping that is folded over. So it's got like a little ridge here, and then the just plain material part that you can use to sew it on. So I thought that would be fun, maybe as flower stems, as edging. But I've got black, I've got red, I've got green, and I've got white, and several of them. So I found that little treasure box. And then I found some eyelets and an eyelet setter. And I use a lot of eyelets, so I went ahead and got them. And then this little manual eyelet setter. This was a really fun find. So, I don't know what this paper is. Questions for the first semester test, Greek 100. Oh, that's some nice little ephemera. But these little cards, and I'm guessing maybe this is Greek since that's what that letter said, but there's a bunch of words, little tiny cards with words on them. And then on the other side, it talks about, it says what they are in English. So I thought these would be really fun just to stick as extra little pieces in a pocket. And there's a whole box of them here. So that was a fun find. Oh, and I didn't see a lot of ephemera there. I did get this little card. It says, let's see how it opens, but it says, the new home in the sunny South. And since I live in the South, I thought this would, it's a sewing machine company, so I thought this would be a fun piece. I also got this great box of stationery. So there's some older envelopes in there. Your personal blotter. So this is, I guess, blotter paper, but it's real, it's almost like a parchment. It's real crinkly and thin, and it's got some great texture in it. And then some envelopes that match, so I picked that up. Oh, and stamps. I found this bag of stamps for $1. So you know I had to get it. So there's all sorts of, oh, there's something from the UK. It looks like most of it is from the US. But a lot of them are canceled and old and soaked off of envelopes. Well, here's a fun one. It all depends on zip code. So anyway, a whole bunch of stamps for $1. I always like adding to the stamp collection. And then I got, oh, I thought these were so cute. They're little, it's for a new address. They're little cards, but I thought, you know, you could cut it off here and make a little journal card, or put another little word across here, or do something across there. But they're cute little mice in their little mouse hole, I guess, in the side of a hill. So I got those. Some more trim. I don't have a lot of purple trim, so I bought this. They had lots of different colors, but I have a lot of the other colors, so I did get this purple one, though. And then I got buttons. Of course, buttons. Who can pass up a good deal on buttons? Before I do the buttons, I got these little cards that little kids, it says school bus stop, and it's little kids waiting for the bus in the rain. So again, thought those were cute. Or maybe a kid's journal or a back to school or something like that. And then I got buttons, 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 buttons. These are definitely old. They're, these feel like wooden buttons. Some with some little rhinestones. Something green, all sorts of, oh, those are pretty. Get a hold of it here. Those are pretty little buttons. So there's one box of buttons. And then I got another box of buttons that, oh, looks like this one's made out of a walnut shell. Some cloth covered buttons, just all sorts of fun things. And I'm a sucker for buttons, so I bought the little box of buttons. All right, one more box, and it's not quite as full. Again, more wide lace trim. That would be nice for an edging or to cover a journal card, or pockets. That would make a really pretty pocket. You can see the pattern here. And some more vintage trims. This one's really pretty. It's got pink and blue and green, little iridescent flowers on it. And then some yellow roses. And this guy, this is huge. I don't know what it is. It's got some staining on it, but it's pink lace. I don't know if it's a tablecloth. I'm guessing probably a tablecloth, but how gorgeous is that? Especially to do a journal cover in that, or gosh, anything. Cut out the little roses and use as appliques on a page. Big, big, big tablecloth there, which I will make some of that available in my Etsy store. And then I got I think this is, it's gotta be lampshade covering for a small lampshade. But I thought, wouldn't this be cute as a skirt for, you know, a little woman? You could, you know, cut it off shorter, but I thought since it's already sort of rounded, it would make a cute little skirt material. Oh, and look at this. This is all vintage trim. This one's got pink flowers on it and pink edging, and I've got that whole roll of it. And then a fairly large roll of the same thing, only in blue. So, and it's got tons of it too. A couple more things. This, it says what's cooking, and it's got two real heavy pieces of cardstock front and back, but it's all little recipe cards. I thought these would work really well in a cooking journal because there's some, looks like some really good recipes with the backs available for journaling. So I got that whole box, or the whole pile of recipe cards. And then I found this cookbook. This is a wooden cover. A couple of the rings are old and they're falling apart, which I would take them out anyway. Recover this, but I'm thinking this will be a cool journal cover with some rings in it. It's got, you know, some recipes in there that I can use. But what a great journal. What a great journal cover. Oh, a personal item. I got this little jolly old Santa Claus book for my granddaughter for Christmas this year. It looks brand new. It looks like it's never been used. It was $1, so I got a book for the granddaughter. And then the final item is actually a dress. They left it on the hanger even, which I didn't get for the dress. I got for the fabric and some trim. Got some nice little ribbon, but this is such a pretty fabric, and it's got, you know, stitching across here, so it's got some really nice texture on it, and I thought it would be really cute to use in journals or to make journal cards. So that was my haul. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and best estate sale I've ever found. So look for lots of great things in my Etsy store, and I'll make announcements. I'll maybe do a video here when I do a big update, or I'll put it on Facebook or Instagram, and we'll let you all know when I have this in my Etsy store. So, and I'm Inked Pulp on Etsy as well. So thank you for stopping by, and if you're still with me after this long video, thank you for staying until the end. And again, if you haven't already, please subscribe and be sure to like this video, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.